Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Cadron. Today we're going to be talking about sorting and filtering in Excel. Last week, when you were in class with me, you were asked to start a spreadsheet that listed 15 music CDs that you would like to buy if you didn't have to worry about money. You were asked to create a spreadsheet that listed certain information about the CDs of your choice. As a reminder, this was the information that you were looking for. We worked on creating your spreadsheet and I asked you to have it ready for today's class. What we're going to do today is take the spreadsheet that you created and practice sorting and filtering some of the information that you had found. I have already gone ahead and created my own spreadsheet, but before I get to that, I want to make sure that we all know what we're going to do with the spreadsheet that we have created. Our directions for this week should allow you to finish your work before you leave class and upload your spreadsheet to a shared iFolder where your math teacher and I can see it and grade it. Using the spreadsheet that you began in class last week, we're going to do 4 different sorting and filtering activities. Just as a quick reminder, when you sort in Excel, it means that you're taking everything in your spreadsheet and organizing it in the way that you choose. This is helpful because it lets you look at your information in a different way and can help keep your thoughts together if you are collecting a lot of facts for research. Filtering means that you're taking away information that you don't want to see and keeping only what you do want. We're going to be sorting and filtering a few different times today. The directions that I have here will help you go through the entire assignment, and then you will upload your finished spreadsheet to iFolders, where there's a share folder waiting for you. If for some reason you are absent or not prepared with your spreadsheet information today, you will just have to practice with whatever you can and then finish the rest at home. Your due date for uploading your spreadsheet with the finished sorting and filtering information is Tuesday, June 4th. There are 4 activities for this assignment today. The very first thing that you need to do is copy and paste your spreadsheet data 4 different times. Now you're going to keep everything in the same spreadsheet, but you're going to create 4 new sheets at the bottom. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I have the labels here for how we're going to organize this information. Basically what we'll do is take each of our sheets and use that in a different way. So for example, for our ascending order sheet, we are going to sort all of our album titles in ascending order by alphabet. And then in letter B, we're going to take those preferences we assigned each CD and sort them. Finally, we will filter our CDs in terms of price and in terms of release date. When we're done, we'll save our work and I'll show you where to find your shared folder in iFolders. Let's go ahead and take a look at the spreadsheet. Okay, here is what I have already created. I have all my artist names, album titles, I have the record company label, listing price, genre of music, release date, and then my preferences. Remember that you were asked to put each of these pieces of information in a certain format. This will allow us to better sort and filter. I have already gone ahead and copied and pasted all of my information and labeled my sheets at the bottom, but I'm going to show you an example so that you know how to do this. Going back to my original sheet, if I press Control A to select all of my information, I come down to the bottom here and click on New Sheet. You can see it says Sheet 6. I'm going to Control V to paste, and then once I do that, I'll be able to give it a name. Here in Excel, it's very important that you don't waste any keystrokes or click on things that you don't need to be clicking on, otherwise it might cancel out what you're doing, so you may have to try this a few times. As you can see, I have all of my information just like I did on my original sheet 1, and if I double click down here, I can rename that sheet. Okay, so I don't need this one, so I already have the 4 that I'm going to use: ascending order, preference, price filter, date filter. Now it's time to start working on some sorting and filtering. What we're going to do first is sort all of my album titles by ascending order. So ascending means going up, so we'll start from letter A and go up to letter Z. I need to select everything again, and from my Home tab, if I look at the editing feature here on the right side and click on Sort and Filter, I'm going to just get in the habit of going to Custom Sort, but I would play around because sometimes there are some quick and easy tools to let you sort. So actually clicking Sort A to Z is going to sort in ascending order. As we can see now, my Bob Dylan CD is the very first one. Ziggy Marley is at the bottom. Now, if you had typed in your information last name, comma, first name, so Dylan, comma, Bob, you would get another kind of ascending order. But this gives me a very good start, and this would fulfill what you need to do for your first sorting and filtering activity. So one more time, Control A to select all, go over to Sort and Filter, and then sort A to Z. For preference, you can see here on my last column, my preferences are all out of order. I can find my first preference, but it would take me a few seconds to go through and get them all in order. There's no need to do that when Excel can do this for us. So once again, I select all of my information, go up to Sort and Filter, and again, I can click Sort Smallest to Largest. The reason that this came up is because I had been clicking around here in Preference, and Excel recognized the fact that now we're talking about numbers, not letters. But let's say you weren't sure about that. If you click Select All and then Custom Sort, you can sort by all of your column headings. So if I click on Preference, I'm going to leave this Sort On alone, click on Values, keep that. I can order smallest to largest, largest to smallest, or a custom list. And of course, I want ascending, so I want to go from small to large. I want to go up. I click OK. Now my preferences are all in order. So again, think of all the different ways that this could be helpful. Alright, so I'm halfway done. Next, I'm going to work on setting a price filter. Now, in your directions, what you're asked to do is design a filter to list all the CDs with a price of $10.99 or greater. So let's see if we can do that. Heading back to Excel, I'm in my price filter sheet. Make sure that you aren't getting out of organized way with setting this up, because you want to make sure that your price filter is in the right sheet. I'm going to select everything and I'm going to click on Filter. Now once I do this, it's going to change things just a little bit. When I click on List Price, I can easily filter my information. So as we see here in List Price, I have CDs ranging from about $8 all the way up to the more expensive at $60 for an anthology, which is several CDs in one package. But I want to make sure that I can filter out just the CDs that are $10.99 or more expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my List Price column, and I am going to click Sort and Filter and then Filter. Now notice this little arrow pops up here. This is what's going to let us choose all of our options for filtering. Filtering is a little more complicated than sorting because you're taking out what you don't want. Alright, so it still gives me some options for sort, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want to click on Number Filters, and then I have all these options here. This really depends on what exactly you're trying to do. I'm trying to find CDs that are greater than or equal to $10.99. So that's what I'm going to put in, $10.99. So let's click OK. And as we can see, several CDs just disappeared. And what I have here are CDs that are $10.99 or more expensive than that. Now, when you're done, if you wanted to, you could take off that filter and it would go back to normal. But I'm going to leave this because that's what I want to do for this particular filter. Okay, dates. we need to go to the release date column. I'm going to click on that, select it all, then click on filter, and again my little down arrow appears. So just like we did, we're going to click date filters, and now we need to figure out what exactly we have to do. So let's go back to our directions. We need to make sure we remember what we're supposed to be looking for. Your very last activity asks you to design a filter to list all CDs released before January 1st, 2011. Okay, so how are we going to do that? If I click on Date Filters, we can see equals, before, after, between. You have so many options here. This would be very helpful for information you might find on historical events if you're creating a database, or other important information contained in date form. I'm going to click before, and I can actually, if I wanted to, click on this little calendar. And I know this is quite a while away, but if I go back to January 2011 and January 1st, let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like most of my CDs met that criteria, but a few did not, and now they've been taken away. Now that I'm all finished, I can save my work and upload to iFolders. So I'm going to make sure that my work is saved. Remember that we want you to save your file name with your first and last name, and then music sorting activity. And go ahead and save that. And now we're going to go to iFolders. This is my home folder in iFolder, and if I click on 7th grade sorting and filtering activity, make sure I'm logged in first, I can upload my file. So I'll browse, find my file, and once I find it, I'll be able to upload it. Alright, there I am, Amanda Cadron Music Sorting Activity. Upload, and now I'm all done. Hopefully you'll be able to finish all of this in class today. Again, if you had not yet gotten your spreadsheet information done, you'll have to practice with whatever you have, and then make sure you finish that and get all information for your 15 CDs in your spreadsheet before you upload and finish the activity. Good luck everybody, and thank you.